Hello and welcome to WDW UK Newscast, The Pod. Hello and welcome to WDW UK Newscast. Today we are going to be talking all things Epcot 40th and our memories of the second Walt Disney World theme park. But joining me is Chell.
Hi.
She's back. Lewis.
Hello.
And Matt.
Howdy.
Howdy. Cool. So no Andy this evening. He's
On babysitting duty.
Yes, it.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be talking all things Epcot. It's the 40th anniversary on the 1st of October, which is the day this is hopefully scheduled to go out. Depending, we hope. People aren't busy. Andy, please get it out. So we're just going to be talking all things Epcot, talking memories, stories. We've got some photos that we can share as well. Just some wonderful times at Epcot, which, as we all know, was meant to be a working city, and people were meant to live there and work there. Well, people still work there. That's a ridiculous thing to say, but yeah. Who wants to kick us off? Anyone got any fond memories of, I don't know, maybe a rotating restaurant with a big cinnamon bun in it?
Yes, me.
Cool.
Yes, I'm all about the food, as everybody will know. So I do, like, first of all, let's just put it out there. Epcot is my favorite park.
Nice.
I'm gonna lay it on the line. No matter whenever we go, it does seem like you kind of go thinking, oh, I think, like, Magic Kingdom's going to be my best park, or Hollywood Studios. I really thought Hollywood Studios was going to be my best part this year because of Galaxy's Edge, but no, it was still Epcot. And we do absolutely love Garden Grill. So these are for those who are watching on YouTube. So if you're listening on the pod, unfortunately you're going to see these photos. But this is me and Evie and Freddie back in 2018, and we were very excited to be going back to Garden Grill for the very first time. For the first time in that holiday, because we love a Garden Grill breakfast. And sadly, who doesn't love a Garden Grill breakfast, eh? I mean, it's
I still ain't had one.
Really?
No, I ain't had one yet.
And the chances are, at the moment, you're not going to get one because, unfortunately, they're not available. But I really do hope that comes back.
So Ohana's character breakfast came back today.
Yeah, I think so.
This week. So that's 2 this week that have returned. So fingers crossed.
Yeah, I mean, it would be good if they could get this breakfast back, because for pretty much one reason only, and that is, I don't know whether I'm going to be able to find it, so I'm going to have to just click through. Well, that first of all, look at that. I mean, so basically, again, for the listeners, I can't just say look at that. For the listeners, you get some immense sausage, scrambled eggs, bacon. The crispy bacon is awesome. These potato tots are just incredible.
Those potato tots are out of this world, by the way.
They are like mini hash browns, but just and then you get the Mickey waffles with syrup, and then they just bring these skillets of this stuff out, like, as much as you want. Literally, it's family style, and you're in a rotating. If you haven't been to Garden Grill before in the land, you're in this very slow rotating restaurant, and as it goes around, you get to see Living with the Land, parts of Living with the Land, And the characters come around. So you get Mickey, Pluto, and Chip and Dale. And because it's quite a smallish restaurant, and they don't have loads and loads of people there, you get to see those characters 3 or 4 times. So it actually for a character meal, it's actually quite good value because you get to see those characters over and over again. But this is not it, folks. No. You get an incredible, and I say this without hesitation, this is the best cinnamon sticky bun ever. It comes out warm in a skillet, and again, you can have as many of those as you like.
Yeah.
Yeah. That is so. It is so good. There you go. That's a better picture. Thank you. But you also get like fruit, like a little fruit kind of medley as well.
Yeah.
So melons and grapes and stuff like that. So you can, if you really want to be healthy, I don't see the point, but if you want to be healthy, then you've got that option too. So it's an incredible place, and for us as a family, it holds a lot of great memories. It really is one of our favourite restaurants, particularly for breakfast, and it's just the meet and greet. Actually, the character meet and greets for this place is phenomenal. So that is one of my favorite memories of. We go there every year if we can. Even this year we couldn't have a breakfast there, but we enjoyed the dinner there.
Yeah,
which was very good.
Yeah. No, that's it. Like we went there for the first time in 2017, and it was just phenomenal. We loved every single minute of it. So we are hoping that it is back up and running properly next April. So fingers crossed. They got enough time to get that one back. Worst case scenario, we do what you did, and we go and do the dinner. Because that looks just as good, obviously, without a big sticky bun.
Yeah, I mean, I would say for the kids, they'll love it just for the character interactions.
Yeah,
because you get to see the characters like over and over and over again. But be warned, people, it's expensive.
Yeah,
it is really expensive, but the food's good, so it can be a really good experience. So
I just want to see how many of those cinnamon buns I can put away.
I mean, so yeah, it's
I'm going to plow through them.
we only got one. We only got the one when we went because it was just me, Nick, and Charlie. So
Child's play.
They are Moorish, and we did get 2, and then regretted it because we couldn't really enjoy the bacon and the sausage and the egg and stuff. So
is it like just 4 cinnamon buns like sort of loaved together?
Yeah, effectively. I think actually there's a few. Yeah,
there's like 6, 7. There's like 6 to 8 cinnamon buns in there, and they just whack them together and then go.
Yeah.
You like icing? Yeah, I like icing. Yeah, I'll have some icing. Can I have some more grapes, please? Just so I can balance it out.
Yeah. And don't forget the pog juice.
I was good. Yeah. Or jungle juice, as they call it.
Or the jungle juice, yeah. Pog juice there. Our server was Pog Juice Steve, who would come round, Pog Juice Steve, and give us more Pog Juice. So yeah, definitely.
Love it.
There you go. So that's definitely one of our favourite memories. I mean, as you can tell, I am a foodie. I love the food. Epcot is a great place for food, but that is definitely our favourite restaurant.
Yeah, no, definitely. We loved it as well. I'm going to go next, and this is the picture that I've gone with for my first one. And I've got a video of it as well, but I just couldn't find it. I was going to attach it to and play it, but in 2017, we were in Epcot, and in Future World, there used to be a little splashy pad that kids can go and run in and just get soaked. And for those of you listening and not watching, currently on screen is a picture of my eldest Charlie, and he was just messing about in there. and he decided he was going to look down in all the holes whilst all the water was coming up randomly. I managed to get him to move his head up just before all this water shot up at him, but he had the greatest 20 minutes of his life just messing about in that water. And I mean, we've got a canvas just to the left of me, and there is a picture of him in this splash area in Epcot up on the wall at the he just loved it. He laughed and laughed, we laughed. He was wet, he was dry in 20 minutes after, because it was still 1,000 degrees out. But yeah, that was my little memory, a recent little memory anyway, of Epcot. And I've got plenty of old Epcot, that's for sure.
Isn't it amazing though that the thing that the kids love the most are the things that you can actually get over here? You know,
They've got one of these in Crawley.
Yeah. It's like, you know, who needs Test Track or
exactly,
Frozen Ever After? Just have a little splash area, and I'll be happy. So that's incredible.
I said, come on, let's go do Figment. And even at 2 years old, he turned around and went, the Dreamfinder's not there anymore. I've got no time for it, Dad. That's like, no, you don't know what you're talking about, kid. Right, so let's go. I'm going to just put a random one up on the screen and we'll go from there. So if we go this one there. Yeah, you look cool. Why are you wearing the same outfit as him?
What am I wearing?
The same outfit as Mickey.
That was all the rage back then, Shell.
You've quite literally got a grey space jumpsuit on, the same as what Mickey Mouse is wearing in this picture. You are the coolest.
Oh, I don't actually even remember that photo being.
Do you not?
No.
Oh, he's so cute. I remember getting my picture done with all the space rainbowy characters. They were
a little cuddly toy of that, haven't?
Yeah.
Of that Mickey.
How old would you have been in this picture?
Oh God.
What are you there? 7, 8?
Yeah, gotta be. Well, not older than that. I look older than Charlie, don't I?
I don't know.
Yeah, but kids did back then.
So do you know what year that would have been?
I want to say 2002.
Yeah, I want to say 2002.
In my head. Thing on top of the ball.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah, so it would have been.
Or 2004.
It would have been the same time. Would you say it's the same time as that picture?
Yeah, look, got bunchies, same hairstyle.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's a memory that no one ever wants to remember. And it's
I love the wand.
That stupid wand.
Oh, I loved it.
Oh, I hated every minute of it.
Oh, I really liked that.
I threw a parade when they tore it down.
So what was that celebrating? Because I don't think I ever saw
this was
that.
after Millennium. So
right.
For the Millennium Celebration, it had the wand went up, but it said 2000.
Right.
And then after the Millennium Celebration finished, they went, "Oh, that looks really good. Should we keep it up? But we'll just change it to say Epcot." And Disney went, "Yes." And yeah, yuck.
So I was there in October 99.
Mm-hmm.
I would imagine then that would have been up at that point, probably.
The 2001 probably would have been,
yeah,
because they would have had to have had that ready for New Year's Eve.
Yeah,
99.
Because at that point, and if you don't mind me saying so, at that point we had Tapestry of Nations So that was already playing at that point for the ready for
Scariest parade in the world.
Oh mate, it was.
No, it's so good.
I have to say, it's one of my most vivid memories of that trip. Watching that parade and literally watching it in utter awe.
Mm.
It was just incredible.
It was so different to anything we had ever seen. It
Mm.
was always castle floats and Mickey Mouse and all that, and then all of a sudden, all this.
It's like steampunk stuff, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah,
a lot of it. Yeah,
and then
But scary.
But this is when the Epcot Kid Stop came into play, and you could go round and get the mask. The Epcot, you could get a mask and go round and colour it in at all the different countries, and they still have the Kid Stops now.
Mm.
I don't know what's there anymore. We never did it in 2017. We'll probably find out next year. But Matt and Chell, you must remember doing those Kid Stops with the mask.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they came on a wooden stick, and you got a stamp
Yeah.
every country you went to.
You stamped every country, and you got a little. It was like the passports, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
like that anymore, though.
No. I imagine it's just like colour in a picture of Tigger or something like that in the UK. I'd imagine.
Yeah.
I
But,
remember it. I love that.
Yeah.
Honestly, if I had to watch that parade again, that would give me the same chills that Cirque du Soleil gives me.
Well, they are creepy clowns.
Yeah.
Mm.
Wow. I mean, yeah.
I'm with
I
you.
don't-
Lewis.
I don't get that, but you know, I understand. I
It
guess.
freaks me out.
Well, don't forget as well. We also wasn't that when did Illuminations? Was that Illuminations was 99 as well, wasn't it?
Think so. Yeah. Yeah.
So that would have been because Illuminations was for the
Millennium.
they made Illuminations 25, didn't they? And
Yeah.
that
Okay.
that was for the Millennium Celebration as well.
Mm. Yeah.
So I mean Epcot was pretty much the Millennium Hub, wasn't it?
Yeah.
In 99 and 2000.
Yeah.
They pumped all the Millennium stuff into that, and
Yeah. But the music for both Illuminations and for the Tapestry of Nations was I'd still listen to it now. Like that music's brilliant, really good.
And then Tapestry of Nations became Tapestry of Dreams, and then it was all you had all the the kids saying what they wanted to be when they grew up, and that was then part of that. That was a stunning soundtrack as well.
Yeah,
and they did when we were last there. They still play some of the Tapestry of Dreams music around World Showcase. They did. I don't know whether they do anymore.
I don't remember hearing it this time. So no, it's definitely. I'm pretty sure it's not playing at the moment.
That's a shame. But yeah, I mean, old Epcot. I mean, this podcast, this episode could be 4 hours long. The amount of old Epcot stuff we could talk about, but it's Horizons, Journey, World of Motion.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to say like my very first trip to Walt Disney World was in 1987, and I don't remember a huge amount of it because it was a very long time ago. But what I do remember is going on Horizons, and I don't really remember the detail of Horizons specifically, but I just remember seeing these 3 buttons light up, and then I would have to press one of them and I was just thinking, this is the coolest thing ever. I get to press a button on an attraction and then choose my, what I want to see. It was just
Majority rules, they always said, didn't they?
Yeah,
Now you get
indeed.
to
Mm.
vote. You get to
Yeah.
vote majority rules. I think
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 we used to vote space.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
It
what
was
was there? Was it space?
space, sea, and desert.
Space. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, space, sea, and desert is what it was. Chell,
Yeah.
you were probably
Oh,
a little
really?
too young to you. I'm pretty sure you did Horizons. I'm pretty
just
sure
met-
you
She.
Where was that? Whereabouts?
where Mission Space is sitting now.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
You'd have
Yeah,
only been
you
about.
definitely
You'd
you
have only been
definitely
about
did
3
do it, but
or
yeah,
4.
you
You'd have only been
were
about 3 or
tiny.
4. But yeah, like Horizons for me, I just loved every minute of Horizons. The ride vehicle, the track, the animatronics. I mean, you can still. I think there is still a few nods to Horizons in Mission Space. I think they've got a bit in the queue and one of the loading areas as well. But yeah, I mean, just like you said at the beginning, Lewis, like Epcot is still your favorite. Epcot used to be my favorite. It used to be. It probably still is. Deep in the back of my conscience is going. It's still your favorite. But I was such a fanboy of the old stuff
Mm.
that I sort of can't forgive the changes that have happened. But I still love going there.
Yeah.
Like 2017, we found ourselves more in Epcot than we did in any other park. And
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether we did that on purpose or whether it was because you didn't need reservations or anything then. We just went.
Yeah.
And it was
Yeah.
bizarre. And it got to about 8-9 days into because we were there for 3 weeks that in 2017. And we got 8 or 9 days in, and it was like, we've been to Epcot 4 times. Why have we been to Epcot 4 times? We couldn't work out why, but we just kept going back. And then it was like,
Yeah.
right, no Epcot for 6 days.
Mm.
And then, yeah.
I have a sneaky suspicion that due to something that we'll talk about later, that will happen in your next trip.
Okay. Do you reckon?
Yeah, I do.
Well, there'll be a
Genuinely.
certain
Yeah.
roller coaster, won't it?
Quite
What, this
possibly.
one?
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Oh, talk to us
Yeah.
about Guardians.
Guardians of the Galaxy, without doubt, is the best attraction in Walt Disney World, nay, Florida.
Wow.
I'm laying it on the line.
You genuinely all look really happy in that as
Yeah.
well. You're like,
I'm sure you've all heard and seen vlogs about it and stuff like that, but it was a pleasant surprise when we first went on Guardians of the Galaxy. Now I'm not going to lie, the process of getting onto it currently, which is the virtual queue, is both good and bad. Being awake and ready and on it at 7 a.m. in the morning to start tapping your phone to get a reservation is a bit of a bind. But what the benefit of that is that you don't have a massively long 2-hour queue to kind of wait through to get to it. The effects on your pre-shows, I won't give anything away, but they are immense, absolutely mind-blowing, and I guarantee you'll all go, wow, like literally. And then the coaster itself is phenomenal, really, because of the fact that you don't really feel like you're on a coaster. Obviously, like I think we all. I'm not giving away any secrets that the I think they call it a Nomni coaster. So the cars move towards the action. So I know people say that you can get a bit of motion sickness from that, but it's such a smooth ride that you do not even feel like you're on a coaster. It is literally like just riding on air without any turbulence. Yeah, I mean, the storyline to it is awesome. The attraction itself is amazing, but the thing that really sets it off is the fact that you get 6 brilliant tracks of music behind the ride as well, which really do work with the attraction. So yeah, I'm laying it on the line that you guys will love it the first time and then go, can we get another park reservation for Epcot at all? And just bearing in mind that if you are still in a virtual queue situation next year when you go, you have to be in before 1 o'clock to get the second lot. So you do need a full park reservation for the day, because you can only park hop after 2 o'clock. Right. So yeah, it's an incredible attraction, and it enhances the Epcot experience. Even though I understand why people are a little bit annoyed about the fact that it's an IP in Epcot, but then we've already got that with Frozen Ever After anyway, and now Ratatouille. So
yeah, I think the time to whinge about IPs in Epcot has very much come to an end.
Yeah.
When Nemo went in.
Yeah.
And that I'm pretty sure that was the first. So when Nemo went in and took over the Living Seas, and then they've all followed suit. So I can't wait to ride this. I cannot wait. There's someone I know that comes into where I work. She went for the very first time last month, and they had no problem getting the virtual queues.
All right, cool.
As a matter of fact, they found it much easier to get the queue. But I'm pretty sure she said it was easier to get the virtual queues for the 1 p.m. than it was for the morning. But they managed to get, I think, 2 or 3 reservations in total, which was pretty cool. And I think because you can pay Genie for this as well, can't you? Lightning Lane.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
I think they got 3 reservations in total, and I think they paid Lightning Lane for it once. And she said it was phenomenal. They loved it.
Yeah.
She literally walked into my office last week and went, Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind is the best thing I've ever done. And I went, oh, good to see you too. But no, seriously, I can't wait to ride this. And, Matt being the Marvel head that he is, this is just going to rock your world, is it not?
Oh, I can't wait. I can't wait to point any flaws out in it that I find.
Yeah, you won't.
So, Lewis, if virtual queue wasn't available, is this worth Lightning Laning? Would you pay money for this?
Oh, 100%. And you know how much of a Star Wars fan I am. And I do love Rise of the Resistance. But if you gave me a choice, I could do one attraction, this or Rise of the Resistance. I would choose this every single day of the week.
That blows my mind.
Every single day of the week. It is there's no competition at all.
Nice. I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to riding this because I can't wait to actually be able to experience what Disney can actually do with Marvel, the Marvel that they're allowed to touch.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to ride this one.
Yeah. Chel, you're a massive Marvel fan, aren't you?
I don't even know what it is.
Huh?
I don't even know what this ride is.
Once upon a time, Peter Quill was a young boy.
Oh, God.
And strap in, everyone. We're in this for the long haul. His mother got very, very sick, you see. And anyone going to stop me?
Yes, please stop. Oh, Peter visited Epcot as a kid. There's pictures of him there and everything in 1982. So that's good. There's me. I'm controlling the fountains over by imagination, loving life. For those of you that do know me, Journey into the Imagination, the original, is the greatest attraction that has ever been made by mankind, and it is still my most favorite attraction I've ever done in my entire life. I can go on as many roller coasters as I want, but nothing will beat the storytelling and the visuals and the music of the original Journey into Imagination. It is the greatest attraction in the world. This is me messing about outside, and there's me and little Matt trying to catch water, jumping from fountain to fountain. Unfortunately, I couldn't find any pictures from inside. And when I say I couldn't find any, my mother couldn't find
Mum.
any. She's got them all. Yeah. So yeah. So that for me is the just fantastic. What do you guys remember, Chow and Matt? What do you guys remember about?
I don't remember that outfit.
It's a baggy shorts, isn't it?
Why she put me all in yellow?
It looks orange.
Is it? It's a bad
That's
picture. We are
multicoloured.
sorry, YouTube watchers. Look at
Your
us.
shorts.
What is it? Superb. But honestly, though, can you guys remember any of this original one? Chell probably would have been maybe a little bit too young.
Yeah,
But do
again,
you remember?
I remember all of it, but I'm thinking maybe Chell was too young.
I don't remember it. I think I remember it, but every time I tell someone what I think it was, they're like, "That's not what it was."
The whole turntable, going into that turntable and seeing the dream machine for the first time, and then seeing the dream finder come, seeing the dream finder come along, and then he basically describes Figment to us, and there comes Figment out of the dream machine, and we meet Figment for the first time, and then he takes us through how imagination works. just everything about it.
I've decided when we next go, I'm buying another Figment hat.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting matching ones for the boys as well.
Should we all buy Figment hats?
I think we all should buy Figment hats.
Just saying. I think that would look really, really cool.
Do it.
Well, the big like floppy hat.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll have the orange. It's like the face. So his little yellow eyes there. Purple brim, the orange horse.
Should definitely do it. Definitely do it.
Great.
Photos for the gram.
For the gram.
I'll do it.
Do it for the gram. Do it for the gram. There's Chola in a little mission space.
If you looked at it quickly though, you wouldn't you'd think I was just the poster.
I know. Your head does go.
Yeah, oh my God, that's great.
God. So funny. Oh dear. That's hilarious. So this would have been
anymore.
So this would have been when this would have been before Mission Space opened. So this would have been when it was when it had just been announced, and there would have been cardboard cutouts downtown Disney and in Epcot.
I remember getting it taken.
Yeah. Where was it, in Epcot or was it in downtown?
I thought it was in Epcot.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was in Epcot. It's probably in Inventions round that way, probably, or down by where the construction was. But yeah, that's hilarious. I mean, Mission Space.
I don't do that ride anymore. It's too.
You're not.
Well, someone's doing it with me.
Well, I'll do it. It's Child driving a car.
This is one of my favourite Epcot memories. I don't know.
Go on. Talk to us about
the end of Test Track.
I love it. We used to have so much fun. We used to spend ages in there, going all the cars, We used to get in the back seats as well, as if we were going on some road trip.
It's the only time I've been
Actually
in the
driving
front
our
seat.
family at this point. Because Dad couldn't even drive when we used to go.
No.
No, that's true.
So we all used to get in the car.
This is
Imagine
what it's
life would be
like.
like.
Where would you like to drive?
And I used to think, oh yeah, look. I mean, you can tell by the photo. I'm like, steering wheel.
Where do you want to go, guys?
I loved it.
Superb.
Enjoyed that.
Let's have a little look, skis. Honestly, madness. Bum bum bum. There's me and Donald Duck.
Oh my god, that is scary. Oh my
I'm glad-
god.
I'm glad they fixed his head.
Why did he look like that?
Yeah, that's what Donald Duck used to look like, everyone. Then he got plastic surgery, and now he looks like Donald Duck.
Oh
Yeah.
Da-
I've gone bag
Daisy
on.
went. Daisy went. I ain't waking up next to that every morning.
Oh dear.
Sort that out.
There we go. Marvelous. And for those of you playing the home game, oh no, hold on. Nope. There we go. It's me and Roger Rabbit. Everyone remember Roger Rabbit?
Roger.
Oh, he's so cool. He's so cool. And this was
Happy.
when, huh?
Really happy to see Roger.
Oh no, if you want to see a happy picture, I'll go back to one in a minute. So this was when they used to have the big bus that went round World Showcase with all the characters on, and they used to all get off at World Showcase Plaza right at the
Oh, I
front.
don't remember that.
So you go so when you walk towards World Showcase and you've got Mexico left, Canada right,
The
that
thing in the
bit
middle.
there, that bit in the middle, that was where the bus used to stop, and everyone used to get off there. So there used to be a little stage there as well, and they used to do like Christmas shows and things like that with the reindeer and all the elves. That was
Oh
fun.
yeah.
Remember?
Reindeers.
Yeah, and they used to sing a song
Something
called
else.
"It's Christmas Time." We've probably got it
Yeah.
on. We've probably got it on.
Do we? I did ask Mum to try and dig out photos of these, but she just couldn't. Did we ever actually get to see the Barbie show as well? Remember when Barbie
No,
used to drive through Epcot
no,
in the pink
but-
limo?
But there, we do
Oh.
have video footage of Mum calling Barbie out, and Barbie absolutely craps her pants and turns and goes, which is just great.
Barbie!
Barbie! She sounded like a right London commoner, didn't she, our mother? So yeah, you had the Barbie, you had the show that you used to have the show in the Odyssey as well, in the Odyssey restaurant, just to
Mhm.
the left of so where Mexico is, it's that building just to the left there on the walkway and the bridge. I used to like looking at ducks in Epcot as well. Ducks were
Did you?
yeah, they were over there. For anyone that knows that story, that's good. Yeah, I mean, Chell got a free ice cream.
No, this is my favourite story.
Go on.
Epcot, because so much happened on that day. Not only did
Go on.
we got to Epcot early for like rope drop, standing there, a cast member makes me a dog out of pearls. Makes a little doggy thing, little statue like that, and after he gives me that, we're then asked to be the first family to ride Soarin'. Pretty awesome.
Yep.
I hear you say. And then a bird pooed on me. Free ice cream.
Yep.
What's happening on that day?
Amazing. Amazing.
Still got the little pearl dog.
Have you still got it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Where?
Yeah, where is it?
I'll get it out and I'll bring it on next time.
Cool. Amazing.
That was so great. First
Amazing.
family to ride Soarin' of the day.
Yeah, we
Only
had it all
people.
to ourselves, didn't we?
Yeah, that
Yep.
was cool. That was very cool.
Name. What was the guy's name?
Greg.
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 Greg, if you're listening, Much.
I went and found him a few years later. Had a picture done with him.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, Greg, thank you.
He
Do you
was
reckon he's
lovely.
still there?
Hey.
No, I don't think he's still there. I looked for him in 2017. He's not
Yeah,
there.
I looked for him last year, the year before, and the year before that, and just couldn't find him.
He's either not working for him anymore or he's moved on somewhere else, another company.
Oh, what a great day.
He was
Presses the
good.
go button on American Adventure now.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's have a quick look. What else we go? Oh yeah, that was it. We were going to have a look at this really happy photo of there's me and Matt, just happy to be here. There we are. Look.
Look at you
Oh,
guys.
do we have
All your
to-
clothes are so baggy.
Again, that was the fashion.
That was the early 90s, Chow. That
Yeah.
was the early
Shoes,
90s.
though.
You're lucky we're not in the
Shoes.
same outfit.
You got matching shoes on.
That we do.
That we do.
That we do.
So
We did have
Yeah.
that. I had that outfit as well, though. So, well, Mum was kind to us that day and didn't put us in the same thing. Because there's plenty
Maybe-
of photos where she did.
it's amazing.
Still, at least they put Nemo there now.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. You got to listen to the mine,
Mm.
which is just grand. It's,
I'm looking forward to a couple of years where Captain America the musical replaces the American Adventure.
oh God, could you imagine Rogers the musical?
I'd hate that because that's my favorite. That's my favorite thing to do in Epcot.
What
Yeah, I
American
love
Adventure?
doing that.
Yeah.
I love doing
I-
that.
Yeah,
I used
love
to hate
American
it.
Adventure as well. I will say that the last time we all went together in 2014, I did fall asleep because I was absolutely shattered.
I don't know how anyone could fall asleep through one of the most amazing stories in human history.
Two brothers.
Yeah.
I used to hate going to that show.
Really?
I love it now. Matty, do you remember we went once and we had to leave early because we were going to miss the fireworks.
Yeah, that was upsetting. I couldn't remember
Sneak
how it
out.
ended.
That's so funny.
I
That's
love
so
that. And watching them sing before.
Yeah, they're very good. Voices of Liberty.
Yeah.
They're very good. Yeah, I like them. They're very entertaining beforehand as well.
It's just I absolutely love that hearing about American history. I just think the whole story of America is awesome. So like watching American Adventure is just I absolutely love it.
And I love it at the end when you got proper like real like Americans in there and they're all like
Oh
clapping
yeah,
at
and
the
then yeah,
end.
you're probably like,
where the
USA.
sunrise is behind the statues. On the
Yes.
side.
And
That
the
looks
screen's like
incredible.
open and it's all like
That's
screen
it.
gets wider, doesn't it? With like the
Yeah.
eagles flying and they're like, yeah.
No, it is good. American Adventure is good. Yeah, and I love the song as well. That golden Dream is incredible.
Golden Dream.
Yeah, it's
I love
absolutely
it.
incredible. You've not missed much, Lewis. We're still talking about Epcot.
That's
But
good.
we have sort of run through most of our pictures that we've gone. So let's talk about one of yours,
Yeah.
which is this one of Snow White and Evie.
Yeah, so this was when Evie was about 4 years old, and it was just. I think this is one of the most magical moments I think I can ever remember, because well, you just. I mean, unfortunately, the people that are listening can't see these pictures, and it really is the pictures that make the story. But essentially, Evie met Snow White, and they had a little chat. She had a little chat with her, and then Snow White kissed Evie on the forehead. So that this was taken by one of the Disney photographers,
Okay.
and then as Evie walked away, you can see Snow White's lipstick mark on the top of her forehead as she walks away, and it was just and Snow White's doing that amazing like kind of hands together kind of pose and looking. It's even though it's my child, I kind of think it's one of those kind of pictures that should have been used in the promo stuff, because it kind of captures that kind of, you know, that the essence of the character meet and greets, how magical they can be. I will never forget that ever. And I've got to say, some of my favourite meet and greets have been in Epcot. I loved the Joy and Sadness one. That was great. Baymax.
We had a good experience with Joy and Sadness as well, because Charlie wasn't feeling too good that day. He was sort of a bit grumpy and a bit tired, but he had just bought a massive Sven from Frozen plush, and him and he was sort of being a little bit grumpy and a little bit near, but he had this Sven and he was giving it a cuddle, and Joy sort of put her arms out to say, "Oh, can I see?" And he gave her the Sven, and then she put the Sven behind her on a shelf whilst we did the photos and the autographs, and you can just see in this picture, but she situated it so the Sven is looking over everyone's shoulder through the phone, through everyone, and looking directly into the camera. But it's like she knew if I put it there, it's just going to look like there's a random Sven just sort of sneaking up behind everyone. And Charlie loved it. He all of a sudden went from being real grumpy to laughing his head off because the Sven was now hiding behind everyone and peeking out behind. He loved it. And you do find at Epcot as well that they do seem slightly better. Because I found that the character spot as well.
Yeah. I don't know what it is, whether they feel that they've kind of, because there's so much space in Epcot, whether they just feel they've got a bit more time. I don't know. I mean, it's just pretty much every meet and greet that we've ever had in Epcot has been a magical moment. You know, even in Garden Grill, I think Evie said to Chip, "Do you like Test Track?" And he kind of nodded and then grabbed her by the hand and then basically dragged her up the, you know, down the ramp and then up the ramp towards, you know, out of the land. And literally they got, you know, quite a way until he kind of came back. And, you know, and it's those kind of moments that kind of make Disney so amazingly special. You know, so yeah, I mean, for me, the meet and greets in Epcot are just brilliant.
Yeah.
Actually, I will say, apart from Mickey in the parades, Mickey at Epcot is the only time that they've that Mickey's noticed my little Mickey Mouse tattoo on my arm. Okay. He's noticed it in the parades before, and he's been on top of the float and pointed down and looked at it. But apart from Epcot, he's never ever done anything. And then when I went and met him at Epcot, and he saw it, and he pointed to my arm, and he held it, and he patted it, and he was like, "That's me." I was like, "Yeah, that's you."
That's brilliant. That's so good.
Speaking of Mickey, I missed this shop.
Yeah, I was going to put a photo in of that.
Yeah, what Mouse Gear. So for those of you listening, we've got a picture up of the old Mouse Gear store from World, which was just wonderful in every sense of the word. Theming was wicked, name was wicked. I mean, it got silly busy in there. Silly busy, but just loved it. I just loved everything about it.
I think I had to put this photo in because it was our favourite store, and we really mourned the loss of Mouse Gear. Like we really did when we heard it was going. It it was we spent hours literally, those stores where you kind of stay in after to try and like elongate as much of your time as possible in the parks.
Yeah.
This is what we did with Mouse Gear. Literally, we were in there for as long as we possibly could do. And I think what we loved about it, as well as the theming, it is that each section kind of, it had the clothing section, it had the hat section, it had the the
Toys
Epcot,
and the plush.
Yeah, the toys and
the toys. Yeah,
You had that mountain, like that whole aisle of plush that just went round and just incredible. But it's like this just screamed old Epcot, didn't it? This whole store.
yeah.
If you could sum Epcot up in one word, it would be mouse gear.
it's funny because it's only just gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was in it in January.
Well, yeah. Well, that's it. But that was the kind of the fake store, wasn't it? That was the temporary store. Mouse Gear.
That was the B-Tech mouse gear.
Yeah.
And
And yeah, this is but yeah, you're right, Chelsea. It was like, it wasn't long ago that it actually closed, and now it's the creation shop.
But now we've
Yeah.
got all that lovely natural lighting.
Yeah,
It's a-
all looks too neat for me.
I'm going to be fair. It's a nice store, actually. It is a nice store, but but you're right. It is too neat, and it's clinical.
Yeah.
That's what I don't like about it.
Mm.
There's no character in there anymore.
Where
it's
this
got
was
some-
mousy
Mm,
and
Yeah.
and geary.
yeah. So it was an honourable mention for me, because we do love it and we miss it. So
We did have a quick chat about characters and things like that, Lewis, while you were just had to slip away. But we haven't had a chance to talk about this bad boy.
right, sorry.
Look at that. When did you know you
Wow.
wanted to be Tim the Tall Man Taylor from Home Improvement?
Oh wow.
Honestly.
That
Look at
I think
that.
that's a pink and white t-shirt. That is.
Wowza. That screams.
That is a
80s.
fine head of hair you had going on.
Yeah, thanks, man. Yeah, yeah. I did have hair at one point.
A
Actually,
fine head of hair.
I actually had really long hair as well at one point. Would you believe? But
I
hey, that's
couldn't
a story
imagine you
for
with long
another
hair.
day.
I've seen the pictures because you showed me the picture.
Yeah, yeah.
But even though I've seen it, I still can't imagine you with long hair.
I used to be thin as well. Would you believe? Anyway, but yeah, I have to say, I don't like Chelsea with the other photo. I don't remember how this photo being taken at all, but I just know. Yeah, I even said to you, Danny, didn't I? Is this actually Epcot? I'm not 100% sure,
Yeah.
but
And I'm
we think
pretty
it is.
sure it is Epcot. I'm looking at the hat. I'm looking at the outfit there. I'll be very surprised if this wasn't Epcot.
Yeah. So it would be. This would be been 1987.
Would be Epcot then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this would have been 1987. This would yeah. I like I say, I don't really remember it, but it feels like it was around about where the land is area. Like that's where it kind of feels like it would have been. But other than that, I can't really tell you anything about it. But for the listener, right. I'm going to embarrass myself now. Is that Chip or Dale? I can't remember.
That's Chip.
That's Chip. Yeah, I thought. Right,
Black
okay.
nose.
Black nose.
One
Chip.
tooth.
Yeah, yeah. So this is a photo of me at the age of 12, I would say, maybe 11, 12. standing next to Chip, which can only be described as a kind of a space kind of sort of baby suit
with a rainbow beret.
With a rainbow beret. So yeah, I'm not, like I say, I'm not entirely sure whether this was I'm not 100% sure whether this was definitely Epcot, but it's one of my first pictures, and it feels Epcot-y, so I'm gonna go with it.
If you're going with this photo was 1987, it could only be Epcot or Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
So it's the rainbowy colours on the hat and the side of Chip's outfit that makes me go. It's part of the Epcot outfits when the characters first came in, because they were all in these space outfits and they all had the rainbow colours on and things like that. So I mean, you had quite Goofy and all that lot were in it, and it was what a time. Superb.
Yes. Yeah.
Absolutely loved it. Take me back. Oh, I want a DeLorean now.
Yes. That's exactly right. Exactly right.
Oh dear.
So yeah, I mean, I wish I remember. Do you know what? I was thinking about this earlier, and I do wish I remembered more about that trip than I do.
Yeah.
Now, bearing in mind, I'm pushing 50, so it's like it's a long time ago, but it's I do wish I say to my kids now whenever we've go, it's like take it all in, try and remember as much as you possibly can.
Yeah.
Because one of the things I regret the most is not. I'm not going to lie, guys. I was an only child. I was a sport brat, and I took a lot of stuff for granted. And then even though I really loved my time there, and it was a start of a beautiful journey with Disney, I don't remember enough about it to kind of to do it justice, really. So I'm sad about that.
Yeah, I mean that's the beauty now. Like Charlie's only been the once to Florida and once to Paris.
Yeah.
But he still talks to me about it now. Okay, he's 7 now, and he went when he was 3, and when he was 4. But like I think to myself, wow, the amount he remembers and has taken in from those 2 visits is amazing. And I think also as well, he's now living in the generation where everything's on a phone. So I am going to take pictures. I am going to record video. He is going to be out there with an auntie that's going to want to Instagram everything that she can get her hands on. So I mean that's the beauty of what Charlie and Oscar and Freddie and Miles and whatever she's going to be called is going to end up going through. Is they will remember everything. They might not remember it up here, but they will remember it on the handheld device that was there at the time.
Yeah,
but Freddie's already like obviously he's going to be going for the first time next March, but he's already got things that he knows full well are there, like our bedtime routine. We sit down in his bedroom. We watch an episode of Bluey because we're cool, and then we sing a song, and 9 times out of 10 it will be, what song do you want to sing, buddy? Can we sing "Oh Bright Little Star" by Sunny Eclipse? And we lie there together and sing "Bright Little Star." And a couple of weeks ago, he goes, I'm about to go out the room, and goes, "Daddy," and I went, "Yeah." He went, "When we go Florida, can we get tickets to see Sunny Eclipse?"
Wicked.
And I'm like, "Yeah, mate, I'll get you in."
Oh.
I know.
So we're watching the whole set. I'm getting
Amazing.
sweet chicken nuggets, and I'm gonna watch the whole set with Freddie, and it's gonna be brilliant.
Decent.
That's amazing.
So we've got a little picture here of the harmonious barges.
Yeah.
What's
For the-
harmonious?
Well,
Yeah, I mean, are you guys going to get to see it? I mean, that's a big
I
question.
don't. At the minute, it looks like it could well be Epcot Forever that we
Yeah,
see.
it could be. I just I just wanted to put this in because actually I absolutely loved this show.
Right.
And I think it's more down to the music than the bar. The barges, are okay,
Yeah.
but the music and the fireworks that go with it are very special. And I think we actually made a special trip to go back and watch it as a family, and I think that's why for me it holds quite a special place because by the we didn't get to see it the first two times in its entirety or properly, and then we made a very special trip to go and see it. And I just remember us standing there as a family with my mum and dad and watching it, and like I say, we absolutely loved the soundtrack of it, and then came home and watched Harmonious live, which doesn't really do it justice, but
No, it
yeah,
doesn't.
but it's a really it's a really good show, and I think it's potentially underrated just because the barges are a bit of an eyesore in the middle of the lagoon.
Yeah.
But as a spectacle, I thought it was very, very good. Yeah, so that's why I just wanted to give it again another bit of an honorary mention, really, because I think obviously that this is a very costly show, and it seems like they're just going to put it in the bin, which is a bit of a shame.
It's a very strange one. This one, I thought they were going to stick to their guns and keep this one in.
Yeah.
That I am under no surprise that Enchantment is going and Happily Ever After is coming back. But they clearly know that this hasn't been the hit that they wanted it to be. And I will say, I watched when it debuted. I watched the live stream on YouTube. I stayed up and I watched it, and I will say when I first watched it, I was like, ugh, that's not Illuminations, and I didn't like it. And then I watched it again, and I was like, oh, it's not actually as bad as I thought it was. And then I downloaded the soundtrack because it then became available on Apple, and I thought, the soundtrack isn't actually as bad as I thought it was, and I actually quite liked parts of it.
Yeah.
I'm a little bit gutted that we might not be able to see this next year. I did want to, be able to see it once, but again, the Epcot fanboy me is going, oh, but you can hear all the old music if Epcot Forever comes back, and I'm like, yeah, you can. And I can listen to all that instead.
Yeah, I like and I totally get that, and I understand why the fans haven't 100% taken to this, but it's really not as bad a show, as it could have been.
Yeah,
and so it has some very, very good memories for me, and for us as a family. So that's why I kind of wanted to show it. It makes me a bit emotional now just thinking about that time around the lagoon, and the soundtrack is, like I say, is really, really good. So if you do get an opportunity to see it, I definitely recommend people making a trip to Epcot to see it, because it really is good.
I am hoping we get to see it at least once before it goes, but I wouldn't be surprised if we do miss it. But I will say some of the best nights I've had in Epcot has been around that lagoon.
Yeah.
Just Wandering World Showcase, And this is even like going back to as a kid, not drinking or anything like that. Just wandering around World Showcase and just chilling and not rushing from place to place. I remember I did a fan event back in 2009 at Hollywood Studios with some of the people that are um, WDW celebrations, which is some of the guys at WDWNT and all that, like Tom and all those guys. And I so I met them all that day and hung out with them. And it was the day before we went on our cruise. But they said to me, "Oh, we're going over to Epcot after the event finished at Hollywood Studios. Do you want to come over with us and do extra magic hours?" And it was open until like 3 o'clock in the morning. And I was like, "Oh yes, definitely." So I went over with them, and honestly, it was such a laugh going on. We did like Grand Fiesta tour, and I remember one we went round the final corner to get back to the loading bay, and the boat was left heavy, and the boat went like that, and the whole boat almost capsized over. We all had to lean that way because there was so much weight on the left hand side of the boat
Wow.
because we were all on it. It was hilarious. And then I was actually shown a decent spot to watch Illuminations on, and it was in the Japan pavilion. You've got there's like a house. I can't remember what it's called, but you can step up to like a balcony, and if you stand up there and watch it, it
Yeah.
was an incredible view. You could see everything, including the globe for Illuminations. It was phenomenal. That was one of the best nights I've ever had in Epcot as well. Just stunning.
Nice. So just the other thing that kind of I just wanted to point out, and so this picture is coming up is of Spaceship Earth, and it's illuminated, but not illuminated in the old way. It's got the LEDs on it. Can I just say, guys, I really hope they keep this for you, because, and I'm sure they will, because you will sit there and you will watch it for some time.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure of it. It's a very special sight as you're coming out, particularly as you're coming out, and then you've got the you've got the old Epcot sort of glass. I don't know, you can't call it a statue, but you know what I mean. The plinths.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Which you, yeah. So the way that they've done Spaceship Earth, it's so ridiculously simple, but it's so effective. And so yeah, again, that just held a special memory, particularly as the music for the entrance music is pretty cool as well. That's all changed, and we spent quite a lot of time underneath Spaceship Earth, because the loos to the kind of as you come in to the left hand side, they were frequented quite a lot by generally Catherine. So we sat there and watched Spaceship Earth and listened to the music. So again, I just wanted to kind of give that an honorable mention, because for us that brings back a lot of really good memories, and I'm sure it will do for everybody, a lot of other people as well. Brings quite a lot of joy to such a simple way of like decorating the ball, really. But you know, it's a really cool thing. So that was just another honorable mention from my point of view.
Yeah, I mean, I just turned to the canvas we've got on the wall, and there's a picture of me, Nick, and Charlie in front of Spaceship Earth at night, and it's the old lighting. So the bottom half of Spaceship Earth is like a pink, and it rises up into a purple, and that looks stunning. But this looks incredible.
Yeah, it's
incredible.
very cool. It's very cool. So yeah, I just So thank you for indulging me on that one. That's just like
no, that's
I just really love it. So
Yeah, I mean, we've sort of run out of pictures, and I don't just want to leave a random picture up on the screen just if we're not talking about it. But I mean, we're sort of coming to an end of chatting about memories and things like that. I mean, does anyone have any other Epcot memories that they want to have a chat about or want to talk about? Or if we've covered everything, we've covered everything.
Not so much a memory because it's still there, but Beverly's one of the nicest drinks I've ever had. I
Superb.
really like it.
Do you remember when we gave it to Nan and she went, "Oh, that's lovely," and then she
It
took
is
another sip
lovely.
and she went, "Ugh," and I went,
Yeah.
"The same drink, Nan." Hilarious.
I
There's a
can't wait.
reason
I
why
can't
that's
wait to
there.
drink that again.
It is back, isn't it? At the new.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Yeah,
is back.
still there.
Yeah. Yeah.
8.5 years in the making. Matt and Beverly going to be reunited.
I think we need to record all the kids trying it just for a laugh.
Oh yeah.
Charlie's already tried it, but he won't remember what it tastes like. So we'll just go on 3, 2, 1. And there's a reason why that floor at Club Cool is so wet and sticky all the time.
Yeah. It's not quite as sticky as it used to be. It's quite
No.
new, but
This is the new flooring. That's
it's
why.
new flooring. Yeah, because it's in a new location now. So
It's a lot smaller, isn't it?
it is. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
I do have an honorary mention actually. Electric umbrella.
Yeah.
shout.
I miss it. I miss going up them stairs and going, "No, there's no table up here,"
Yeah.
and then going back down and then going, "But there's no table down here either." And then we go in, "Should we go sit outside?" "No, it's too hot to sit outside." "Oh, we've got to go somewhere." So that was good. I miss Electric Umbrella was good.
Oh,
Yeah, I loved it.
and the balls that they
Pardon?
batted to you.
Oh yes,
Oh
Yes.
my
What are they
god!
called?
what did I
They
spoke
came
about
all
the other
different
week.
sizes.
Those bouncy things, the bouncy balls.
Yeah,
They were called.
you did. You mentioned this a couple of weeks ago.
Yep. Oh, what were they called?
They were the best. Walking
Um,
through and the cast member would bounce them to you and you bounce them
Yeah.
back. Mum, can I get one? No, you can't. We got to get the test track or something like that.
You know, we did.
How are you going to get that
actually
back in
buy-
the suitcase?
We did buy some in the end.
Yeah, I think we did.
Oh, what were they called?
They should come back.
Sorry, I'm googling. It's really bad.
Well, so, can you kind of explain that a bit more? Because I'm
So
I
it
must
was
have
like
missed
a
that.
so it was a stall, you know.
In
It
the
was like in that little
breezeways
walk. It was like
towards-
in that walkway
Mm.
between with like there's mouse gear there and there was like a stall and there's a
Right.
cast member on the stall and there's all different. They've all got different patterns on them. So like all Disney characters. There used to be a big red one with Mickey Mouse's face on it.
Yeah.
That was always the biggest one. And a cast member, they'd all be hung up on the stool, but the cast member would always have one. You'd just be bouncing it like a basketball. And as kids walk past, you just go, "Hey, bud," boom, and knock it to you. And then you had to knock it back. And it was, they were the best.
Balzac. They were called
What?
Balzacs. Balzacs. BALZAK is what they were called. And they would be the size. They would be the size of you could get one the size of like a grapefruit, all the way up to an absolute massive beach ball. And all it was just filled with air, blown up. And they used to just pat it to you, didn't they? And you used to pat it back.
Yeah.
There they are. There they are.
They were
Chel's
the
got-
best.
Yes, they were so good. They were so good. We loved every minute of them.
Oh look, whoever that is.
Oh, yes.
Oh wow.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know who that man is, but I hope he's happy.
Oh, here you go. Here's the stall. That's the stall.
Yeah,
There it
there he
That's
is.
the one. That's the one. So we used to
That was so
every
much
time.
fun.
Right now, Lewis. Every time we used to go past this, it used to be, if he bounces it, no, it's my turn to pat it back. It's my turn to pat it back, and then no, you patted it back last time. and then it would be like a race for who could pat the ball back, because it was always the biggest one that they threw at you at top speed to back. Slinging it
I
at you
feel
like a
deprived. I feel deprived. I don't remember that at all.
Oh, it's
So,
amazing.
Yeah.
Did you ever go in the old Image Works as well with the Rainbow Tunnel? The original Image Works.
I could have done.
You used to have the Rainbow Tunnel. That was immense. We only ever did it a couple of times because, again, as much as our mother and father spoiled us to take us, we weren't allowed to do many things because it was eating up precious time. So that was fun. But yeah, I mean, anything else? I had my first funnel cake at Epcot.
I think we all did, didn't we?
Yeah.
American
I'm pretty sure we all
Adventure.
did. Yeah.
And
See,
this was
again,
before-
another reason why American Adventure is the best.
Yeah, but do you remember when we got it? We got it with the ice cream, and it was a slab of vanilla ice cream sat on top of it, and it was like, that's a lot of ice cream. And then
Oh, do you know what
Go on.
You know what I got for the first time a couple of years ago was I got in China. They make the candy floss in different shapes.
Oh yeah, the blossom.
I got a heart. I love heart one.
Lovely, amazing.
Nice. I took it outside and it just melted and dripped onto the floor.
That's what happens when you take candy floss into a volcano.
I've got a couple of other things that have just kind of sprung to mind. I don't know whether any of you ever saw it, but it was outside Spaceship Earth on the kind of the Fountain of the Nations side. There used to be a remote control Bunsen Honeydew and Beaker thing come out, and
never saw it. Saw it.
I saw it a couple of times. It was pretty cool. That's kind of disappeared a little bit now.
Mobile Muppet Labs or
Muppet Labs,
Mobile Labs or something like that.
Yeah, that's exactly what.
Yeah, that was cool. And then they had like Lucky the Dinosaur, Animal Kingdom, and the talking trash can in Tomorrowland.
Yes,
you caught me a couple of times.
Evie used to love that. Love it.
It was so funny.
Yeah.
It was always the challenge. You'd always step back and see if you could find out who was controlling him.
Yes,
absolutely. Got ya.
Yeah, indeed. The other thing that we did quite a lot in 2018, and it's still there, so you can go and do it. But we actually fell in love with the Japan Pavilion, and particularly the Pick a Pearl thing there. So the kids did the Pick a Pearl about 4 times, I think, because we ended up buying gifts for family and stuff like that. But you would go and they'd pull an oyster out and then take the pearl out, and they do this kind of ceremony with little drums and do a countdown in Japanese, and san ni ichi. Sorry if that offended anybody. I just it was just a really good thing. It was a really, really nice activity, and the kids really enjoyed it. And I think we came back with like 2 rings and like necklaces and stuff like that. It was great. So so actually in the pavilions there's some really good stuff to do as well. So big
shout out to Kim Possible and Agent P's World.
Yes,
that literally just came into my head.
I was meant to say that. I had that on my list to say.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the DuckTales next year. But
I just the memory just came.
Kim Possible was incredible. How many levels of that did we do in one go? We did like 5 or 6. We were there for like an hour.
The memory just came into my head of it was in the United Kingdom, and they went the passcode is "Danger is my cup of tea," and you had to go up to the cast member. And I just remember you going, I ain't saying it. You got to go say it. And I walked up to this lady behind the counter and was like, danger is my cup of tea. She was like, oh, hello. I was like, oh, good.
And then didn't you come back over and I went, what's she say? What's she say?
Yeah.
I didn't go over with you. What's she say? What's she say?
She gave me a tea bag. That's what it was.
Yeah.
She gave me a tea bag, and then we had to insert the tea bag into I can't remember what it was, and then something in the window outside
The
like
toy
came
shop.
to life.
The toy shop, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that changed to Agent P and Phineas and Ferb, which was just as good. And then DuckTales is coming. Apparently so.
Nice.
So that's good. So, yeah.
I was going to also say to anyone that spending New Year's Eve in Epcot probably the best
I was going to
place
say you've done that enough times for that to have been a memory.
It's really good.
Yeah, busy.
It counts, very busy. But it's really nice at the countdown because before they start their 10-second countdown, they go like all the countries and say when they like rung in the new year, and then fireworks go off above that country. So it's a nice place.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
And like, and then like in the UK at 7 p.m. in America time, if you go to UK, they're there celebrating because it's midnight in the UK, and they got
It's
usually like
isn't it?
That's
Beatles.
cool.
Is it the Beatles? I think they normally have them on the stage.
Yeah, it's whichever the UK band is now. I can't remember what they're called.
It used to be the Beatles,
but like,
oh,
I'd love to do a New Year's Eve there.
but yeah, but that was good. And then after the countdown, they have like a going on with a DJ, and we stayed for that afterwards. And Mum and Dad were dancing or trying to dance.
And they are good dancers. Yeah, Superb. Anyone else got anything for Epcot, or do you think we're ready to wish Epcot a happy 40th anniversary on Saturday, and here's to another 40 more?
Yeah,
like you said, I think this episode could have run for about 4 hours. So
Exactly.
if we think long enough, we'll think of about 50 more things to say.
Yeah, that's it. But yeah, I think that's going to do it then. If you have enjoyed this nonsense, then hit that like button, hit the subscribe. We would absolutely love it if you did. It will help us out an awful lot here on the channel. Obviously, we're brand new. We're starting up. You can also follow us on Facebook and Instagram at WDW UK Newscast. But that's going to do it for this week. Happy 40th, Epcot. Have a great, big, beautiful day. And remember, tomorrow is just a dream away. See you later.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.